Blue gave herself a scare before. She was live, and she realized suddenly she did not know whether her microphone was muted. So she stayed very, very, very quiet until she remembered she could just go into OBS and check. And she did, and it was not muted. So she muted it, and hopefully nobody had any strange breathing or anything during the opening screen. Hello PK Demo, hello KO, you may, so lovely to see you. Yes, Blue almost made a fool out of herself very, very early on in the stream. Yes, Blue generally expects to make a fool out of herself at one point, but not that early in the stream. Oh, goodness me. How are you? How are you? Oh, dear. Yes, Blue is well. Blue is well, but the last few days have definitely been days. It's, yeah. A lot's happened. Most of it not great. Nothing terrible, just all not great and all just sort of building on each other. Oh, dear. I have an awful lot of washing to do tomorrow, which is related to one of the not so good things. Oh dear, yes. Sorry, we got mold. We got mold everywhere. Oh yes. Oh yes. Apparently the dramatic cold suddenly going very, very warm with the heat pump. Yes, mold is thriving. It is thriving. So we probably shouldn't turn on the heat pump anymore. But it is very, very cold. I tried to light a fire, but I failed. And I can't keep looking after the fire while I'm streaming anyway. But the small ones are all rugged up. And I have my mini hot water bottle here. It is blue, of course, and it is shaped like a heart. And I can hold it between my hands to try to warm them up. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Enough complaining about mold. We need to write Drabbles today. Because Blue has set herself a few more unrealistic goals. And, you know, what's the point of having a goal unless it's entirely unrealistic? Don't do what Blue says. Blue says bad things. Don't listen to Blue. Blue is terrible at giving advice. You notice Blue never ever makes advice videos. That's because Blue has no advice to give that would actually benefit anyone on the entire planet and beyond. Do not listen to Blue. Just enjoy the silly stories she writes. Oh, goodness me. Oh yes, another thing before we get into drabbling and briefly discussing my unrealistic goals. I am now on VTuber. And VTuber is this lovely website I stumbled across a couple of weeks ago with a list of many lovely VTubers. And you get to see their descriptions and what they're all about and links to their YouTube or Twitch or otherwise. And a lovely little feature is if you get verified, which Blue has, and hit refresh on your page, you get shown on the website when you're live, which will hopefully help out a little bit, help us find a few more friends. We'd like more friends, wouldn't we? We would be welcoming, wouldn't we? Anyway, did I set this up correctly? Just give me a go and hopefully this won't fall apart. Yeah, there it is. See, this is VTuber. This is the main front page. And I don't think I'm going to be shown that I'm currently live because there's a lot of people who are currently live, but I am there somewhere because I hit refresh. And here is my page. Look at me. I'm moonfeatherblue on the internet in many ways. Oh, dearie me. I may have to edit my description and or lore and associated names. If there's anything you think I should add, let me know. Oh, and yes, genre. The only reason I've got art, it's meant to be visual arts, but there's nothing else I could think of to put writing underneath. And I probably went overboard with tags, but I like tags. I like tags. Whoop, just let me refresh this. Continue. I am refreshing. Oh dear. Poor small one's already crying. Yes, terrible day. Let's see how he does. See? It says I'm live. It says this is from 7 minutes ago. It's very exciting. But yes, my description. moonfeatherblue is a female virtual YouTuber who focuses primarily on creative writing in the fantasy genre. She posts regular story videos, hopefully continually, regularly, and streams weekly, usually. Writing/editing as well as games of the cozy, story-heavy, and typing variety are her go-to stream content. Blue is also an avid singer and hopes to release more music, as well as indulge in more karaoke streams in the near future. I've still only done the one karaoke stream. I love to sing and I love karaoke. It's hard to do it at 11 o'clock at night. I somehow didn't wake them up the one time I've done it, but oh, it is a risk. It is such a risk. Blue's ultimate goal is to write and release novels chapter by chapter as YouTube videos before self-publishing as both physical books and ebooks. I felt a little silly saying both physical books and ebooks, but yeah, maybe I should just be before self-publishing. Maybe we don't need anything else there. I might edit that later. Blue is Australian. That seems important to say. Most people seem to put their country of origin. Maybe it's an accent thing, if there's a particular type of accent someone wants to listen to. Anne releases content in the English language, although she has a degree in Japanese. Sadly, not much evidence remains of that fact. And lore. I kept lore simple because this is all it needs to be. moonfeatherblue is your new favourite fantasy writer and magical library in human skin. Please do not ask Blue how she acquired her skin. Just enjoy the library. The library being Blue. Well, this was fun anyway, and I thought I would give it a go, and I will do my best to remember to refresh when I go live, so there's a chance we may be found by more lovelies. That would be nice. That would be nice. Can I do this? And we're back. Oh goodness, I've been doing this for, quite a long time now, but I still fully expect me to completely fall apart in OBS with the, just click something stupid and yeah. Flail. In an embarrassing but hopefully entertaining fashion. But I did not flail. I clicked the correct buttons at the correct times. Hooray. Blue can function at a minimal level. Okay, so I have a folder in my Obsidian called Drabbles in Progress, as you can see. And this one here, the basket rainbow hook, that's from last Drabble stream. And I was just going into way too much detail. And it started getting way beyond the scopes of a Drabble, and I was all cavalier about it back then, saying, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just turn it into a short story. It doesn't have to be a Drabble. I want them to be Drabbles. I need to restrain myself. I need to exercise some self-control." What is it? We gotta draw a line in the sand, dude. We gotta be... I want to write Drabbles. I want to write 100 Drabbles. And yes, I've written 18. None of these ones, well, clearly it says Drabbles in progress. None of these ones are completed yet, but I've got 18 completed ones. These are ones where I have the words and I have a rough idea of the story, but I haven't actually written it properly yet. I will work on them later. I don't want to work on these ones on stream. I want to do new ones on stream and start building up my reserves. Because, oh, let's just jump on over here. Because, well, I've already stated one of my unrealistic goals, to write 100 Drabbles. That one doesn't have a time limit as such, although I want to get up to at least 30 before the end of the year, probably, which seems quite doable given we're already at 18 and have, a fair amount already that we're working on. But the other unrealistic goal, I won't go into too much detail except to say I need to write a new novel by the end of September. And that's while not falling behind with YouTube. So the aim, which I am scrambling at the moment to complete, which, yes, I was very annoyed yesterday when my computer kept freezing because I couldn't do my work properly. I was very unhappy. I couldn't do my work. It wasn't letting me. It kept freezing. It was freezing in the manner in which I could not even task manager my way out of it. It wasn't. Nothing was happening. It was just frozen. And the first time it did it, every time I moved the mouse was still moving the first time. And every time I moved the mouse, it was making weird bleeping noises. But the second time it froze, it was just, the mouse was frozen too. There was nothing. No response. Just completely... like that, minus the breathing. But yes, the goal is to complete as many Drabbles and short stories in advance as possible and record them and have the videos ready and have them in my backlog, and so it'll just go. So I will have almost 2 months to work on this novel. Yes, it is for a specific purpose. I don't want to go into it unless I succeed. And I'll go into it after I don't succeed if I don't succeed. You get me? I don't want to put the details out there just yet. But end of September, new novel. I honestly can't see any universe where I will succeed, given, how bad the last few days have been with small ones and random terrible stuff happening in the household. But I want to try. But in order to do that, I need to generate some more Drabbles. So let's get generating. Generating. Random word. We don't need 50 words. That's silly. We need... Oh dear, hold on. I thought I heard unhappiness. I'll just have to keep an ear out. Oh yes, by the way, I'm sorry if I'm sounding weird and echoey these days. I've rearranged my desk. I think I mentioned that. Yes, I mentioned being very near the power outlets now, but I also have nothing really behind me to muffle noise. So as soon as I can, I'll be rearranging again. But yes, if I go back to where I was before, I'll have nowhere to put the piano. Probably just wind up standing sideways up against my bedroom wall again. Does everyone else's bedrooms just become a dumping ground because there's absolutely nowhere else to put things? It's really quite frustrating. The bedrooms are supposed to be a place to escape and rest, and just it's the most chaotic room in the house. Okay, so I'll just generate some words for this one, but if anybody has some lovely words you'd like to give me, like amputate apparently, or supplementary. Supplementary is a cool one. Meadow. I prefer simpler words, honestly. Yes. Oh, the sound is fine, by the way. Thank you. Yes, my microphone's in a new position as well. I have it above me, where I was always told singers need to have it to force them to look up, but I'm hardly going to be sitting here looking up, facing the microphone while trying to write a Drabble. But yes, I'm glad it's not too echoey, and I am being picked up appropriately. This is why you watch Blue, isn't it? The rampant, unexpected mood changes. Seeing how I have no bedroom, I can't really comment. I'm sorry I'm flaunting my bedroom privileges in front of you. It's hardly fair. Oh dear. Okay, 3 words. But feel free to pop any lovely words in the comments, because yes, I'm hoping to do at least 2, hopefully 3. I even have a fourth document ready to go, just in case. Oh dear, I just floated off. It's not the time to be floating off, Blue. You've got to focus. What's that they say in school? You've got to knuckle down. Got to knuckle down and, what is it? Put in the time, put in the time. Do the hard yards. That's the one they said at our school all the time. You got to do the hard yards. Okay, 3 words. Generate. There they are. Speculate, glass, and craft. Speculate, glass, craft. Speculate, glass, craft. I almost said grass then. Glass, craft. Well, immediately I think something like glass blowing. Okay, let's have a look. Here we are. What were the words again? Speculate, glass, not grass, and craft. Flower. I'd love to use flower. I have already used flower in one of them, honestly. It's actually my favorite Drabble I've written so far. It's recorded and in the backlog ready to go. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. 3 weeks? 3 weeks, I think. Yes, the words with flower, what are they? Flower, falsify, and radio. And I just got the best story from those ones. But thank you for the beautiful flower. Thank you. Thank you. Blue loves receiving flowers. It is very, very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. What sort of flower would you offer to Blue? What sort of flower do you think Blue would like to receive? Oh, goodness me. Uh-oh. I think I need to cough. Give me a moment, sorry. Yep, I think we're good now. Okay, so... Oh, I hate writing notes in the Drabble folder because then you don't have a good idea about the number of words, but I think we still need to pop some notes there. Did you know... That was a pointless thing to say because you won't know. No one knows, except Blue. Was it that far back? How far back was it? It was... I think I mentioned once upon a time that when I was really young, 10, 11, 12, I was unknowingly writing a fan fiction of a series called the Jewel Kingdom series. And I did attempt to sort of turn that into an original work. And, you know, there was very stereotypical fantasy, you know, following royal family sort of thing. And a big family. I like big families. But, each of them had a different type of magic, and one of them had glass-blowing magic. And, you know, I'm probably never ever going to write that one because it's, you know, highly derivative stories. Lots of fun, very, very formative, but unlikely to make the final cut. I'm sorry. Lilies or chrysanthemum? Lilies are actually my very favorite flower. And chrysanthemums, they're so lovely. What beautiful choices. What beautiful choices. Thank you. Thank you so much. My favorite lilies are the one-petaled ones that wrap around. I think there's calla lilies and there's also arum lilies, and we just get arum lilies everywhere around here. Most people see them as a weed because they just pop up everywhere, but they are so beautiful. I love them. And they look like this sort of thing. If you turn them upside down, they could be a fairy's ball gown. Blue is not whimsical in the least. How dare you suggest such a thing? Why did I write music to write magic? Glass-blowing magic. That seems the way to go here, because that would take care of glass and craft really well. And speculate. Speculate. It could be thinking about, you know, could not speculate what they were creating, what was going to happen. But how does this glass-blowing magic work? I can't remember how my original version actually worked or what it did at all. It was just glass-blowing magic. Ooh, first thing that came to my mind was speculate, spectacles, glasses. That definitely makes sense. It's a very, very logical progression there. Hello, Zombie Clips. It's so lovely to see you. Yeah, so we need to make those 3 words into a 100-word story. And yes, my immediate thought was the glass blowing magic. Although it would be really cute to somehow get spectacles and glasses in there too now. Well, we can do that. We can do that. Sometimes even, you know, it's kind of cheating, but given it's such a short story, I think you're allowed to use stereotypical things to try to build character quickly. Just a character having glasses can sort of fill in a lot of blanks in a very short time. You can make a whole lot of assumptions. None of them might be true, but in this case it doesn't really matter because we're only going to spend 100 words with them anyway. So, I think the only thing we need to do right now is figure out. So are we going storyline or vibes for this one? I'm sort of feeling just the vibes. You know, we're just doing this little scene without having too much of a story with it. Just like describing this kind of awesome magic. Unless we can figure out some sort of weird little twist at the end. They're fun. Thinking. I'm not thinking hard enough. How to make Blue think harder. My hot water bottle's already cooled down. That's very sad. Now on the floor. You are no good to me. Okay, so does it take... How are we thinking about this? Are we creating magical objects, or is the magic entirely in the process itself and just creating something particularly beautiful or strong, you know, extra strength through the magic or something? Is this... Yeah, let's go less magical, more mundane. Let's just have this as a sort of everyday thing. An everyday thing. This is how we make glassware here, and it is unbreakable because of the magical process that goes into it. Do you think that should work? Do we glass blow to make cups and glasses and... Oh dear. So I'm probably thinking market stall? No, you wouldn't be able to have all of your hot stuff. Fire and molten glass. Yeah, it's probably more a shop front. Shop front. Maybe tourist walking by and thinking it's all incredibly magical. It's just unbreakable. That is really magical. Is it? Is it really? Nah, it's just normal. I don't know. Let's just try writing it. It's just... I don't know. Just worrying in my mind. It doesn't seem particularly interesting, but let's just give it a go. How are we starting? You don't mind me having the U in there? Sorry. Keep in mind, these will probably not be fully complete and happy. Just, you know, close enough that Blue can tweak them. Blue can tweak them appropriately at a later date. I just want to get the idea of being mesmerized. I think we're mesmerized. We're mesmerized by this glass-blowing craft that we are witnessing. Mesmerized. Mesmerized. So we'll be using that word in there, clearly. Okay, how are we starting? I didn't like what we had there. How are we starting? So I'm just trying to envision the process. I'm not really familiar with it. I suppose we don't. I suppose we don't have to see the process, but that would be the most interesting thing to see, wouldn't it? Maybe it could be lessons, like one-off glass blowing lessons where you get to glass blow something ridiculously simple to take home as a souvenir or something. No, is that getting too complicated? That sort of thing sounds like it needs a lot of backstory to get an idea of it. Okay. Glasscraft. Well, maybe we should just briefly set the scene. If we're in the shop. If we're in the shop, we can have the rows and rows of glassware and such. And maybe we can like feel the heat from the back room and try to peek. Maybe we're stopped from peeking because maybe this is the sort of magic if anyone else sees it doesn't work. Is that a cop-out? It's not a cop-out, it's just a thought. I'd say it's a cop-out. It's probably a cop-out. Thinking. These thinky thoughts are not helping Blue Thinky think. Speculate glasscraft. Maybe we should lean away from the glass blowing for a moment, given it's not taking me anywhere I particularly like. I just got excited for a second because I remembered, oh yes, glass blowing magic. That was almost a thing. But why don't we actually lean more towards the glasses? The glass in glasses. The glass in my spectacles. I know nothing has to be magical about it, but I prefer having, you know, a smidgen of the speculative in every story. It's okay, Bobby Briar. You'll be okay. He should be able to settle himself down again. So let's think more glasses. Craft. Craft can also be like a vessel, can't it? A craft can be like an aircraft or a sea craft. What if someone's glasses are really dirty and they almost step into some sort of, you know, magical abyss? Or, you know, miscalculate stepping onto the craft and almost fall into a, yes, something they really should not fall into. That sounds more like fun. That sounds more like fun. That sounds fun. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. Let's just start with a probably stick speculate in there really early here. Dear. Or at least the, even if they're not stepping into something magical that they shouldn't, the dust. Maybe the dust has some sort of property that... Dust has some sort of property that renders the glasses either particularly dirty or impossible to see through. Why would something be so magical that it's, you know, even more dirty? I'm just throwing ideas at my own head. Don't mind me. I like the problem, dear. That also immediately gives some personality. Oh dear. I was about to say my hearing's not so great, but then put speculate in the same sentence. That doesn't really... That doesn't jam in my mind. It's not happy. It's not happy. That's two different voices going on in the one, and that's just not going to work. Give me a moment. There we go. I've just made everything silent for blue. Let's see if that will help. I found the best thing I can write mindlessly to is the Magica Magica soundtrack. That just seems to work for almost anything I could possibly be writing. But as much as I'd like to listen to music, often I just need silence. So I can stew in my own head juice. Ew. Some horrific imagery there. Ew, I'm so sorry. Why would I do that to you? What's your problem, Blue? Problem, dear? Let's not have the point of view say anything out loud. Let's just impose that on ourselves. And have the partner being practically a mind reader. Or maybe the dust particle, something in them is attracted to something that treats the glasses or something. Have we already gone on about something not being in the brochure before? Yes. In a short story I wrote. I don't mind. I can do disgruntled tourist again. Very different situations. The glass of my spectacles. Can only speculate. Sorry, Blue's doing lots of staring at words right now. Problem, dear? Problem? could say that. My glasses are so coated in... You know, a simile or a metaphor here. But which one? Which one? I think Muck suits this voice better. Could say that. My glasses are coated with a layer of muck, in a layer of muck, with. You could say that. My glasses are coated with a layer of muck so thick, whether the sun is set yet, I can only speculate. What kind of particles? What can we think of? What kind of... I don't want to say just magical particles. Let's think about this. What's something muddy and magical? Muddy and magical. I suppose I can think about that and come back to it. Something particles. Why would they be attracted to glass? Well, technically, glass is made out of sand, isn't it? So if we just make it sand... Homing particles. Attracted to like. Imagine that would have all sorts of practical uses. Well, the pamphlet did say the homing particles in the sand are attracted to glass. Start 2 sentences in a row with I. We're up to 56 words, by the way. I think we need something better than tisk, more like an ugh. That's better. Gotta start strong. I'm also thinking this is an elderly couple on some sort of tour. Here we go, let's try this again. Sorry, I'm waving my hand back and forth like a windshield wiper, just trying to figure out how to work this, but the only thing coming to mind is that scene in Jurassic Park when it's raining and the windows are all fogged up and the kids are being attacked by the T-Rex, and Malcolm and Alan in the back car can't quite see what's going on, and they're rubbing the windshield to see through, and it's got the squeaky noise like Good film. Squeaks. Finger. Squeaks away. I just want to say coating of sand. It's just fresh. Don't know if I'll keep like that sort of idea. Vision obscuring. Please remember this is not final. I feel like I need to keep saying that even though you know very well that it's not. But, you know, Blue is frequently struck by the irrepressible urge to explain everything she does. It is not necessary, but yet it happens. Alright, we in a desert? I think we're in a desert. Or a beach? We're on a beach? We're on a beach? Beach or desert? Beach or desert? Beach or desert? Can you make glass out of desert sand? Hold on, I gotta look that up. Can you make glass out of desert sand? Yes! Oh, it's usually fragile because it's too fine. What type of sand is best for making glass? Silica sand. I'm guessing that's beach sand. Okay, fine. We're on a beach. We're on a beach. What? We're on a beach. We're on a beach. So this guy, or this elderly couple, they also seem quite well educated at the moment. Change that from an eye now, so let's just... Shh. I was just about to say again, remember, it's not a final version, it's not perfect. I have to stop saying that, don't I? Let's just get a rough thing done. Whatever rough version probably wound up being, you know, between 20 and 50 words over, but we can work that down. Or Blue can work that down later. Oh, I feel like we should put some of the, you know, come to the blah 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 beach, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Let's just go for that because it's silly. We gotta move faster. Run to get squeaking away. Probably, yeah. We're building a character at least. He's definitely a character. Have we used all of them? No, we're about to use craft. I think this needs to be on its own line. That makes it better, doesn't it? Yeah, I know that's highly overdone, but there's a reason it is. It's fun, it's funny, and we're using it because it's funny. This is fun, this is fun. How many times have we said fun in this stream so far? Is anyone keeping a tally? At least we don't need to take tallies on the I'm sorry's so much anymore. Do we? Or maybe I've just stopped noticing. Okay, we're at 82 words. So we've got 18 words for him to almost fall in the ocean. That's enough. So, you know that feeling you get when you try to take this step when you're going upstairs and you've miscalculated the number and your stomach sort of drops. So I'm guessing that's the sort of sensation he's having right now. My fat foot? My foot falls. No fat feet here. No foot shaming. If you could shame anyone's feet, shame Blue's feet. Blue has terrible feet. I almost couldn't walk this week. Yeah. And I walk... I walk a lot because, yes, no car. But... had to walk poor Lilac Rose to school. And she's getting all impatient because I'm just limping so slowly behind, just leaning on the pram because I can barely walk because my feet hurt too much. I know it's not really funny, but you know, you gotta laugh at it. You gotta laugh at it. Yeah, I've got weird things going on with my feet, particularly the right foot. Yes, Blue's right foot is terrible. Yes. It's mostly better now. You know, it's still, you know, oh, sadness. I hear sadness. He's fixed himself up all the other time, so hopefully he'll be okay. Let's see how he goes. Already at 103. I just need some sort of line to, you know, you can finish complaining on the boat sort of thing, not underneath it. This just seems too sort of... It just doesn't seem quite right. I'll adjust it later. I'll think about how to make that work. Finish your gripes isn't quite right. Finish your complaining isn't quite right. With this age of character and this level, maybe grousing? I know it needs work. It's 113 words. I will tweak it. I will make it better. But there's the first rough done. First rough done. Yeah, if we can get any others done, we can always come back and have a little tweak before we finish. But for a hook to snag, get a nice little bit of alliteration there. I can't help it. I adore alliteration. I probably use it somewhat excessively. You know, perhaps I could be accused of that, but I don't mind. Alliteration is a lovely thing. Okay, let's just read what we have, even though it's too long, even though it's far from perfect. Let's just have a little read, see what it sounds like. Problem, dear? Problem? You could say that. My glasses are coated with a layer of muck so thick, whether the sun has set yet, I can only speculate. Well, the pamphlet did say the homing particles in the sand are attracted to glass. I grunt again, my crooked fingers squeaking away a fresh vision-obscuring coat as we step onto the pier. Come to Glasshouse Beach, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Fun my ass. Forget your ass, dear. Mind your step. My stomach drops as my foot flounders unseen over empty space. Hands hook me beneath my armpits and yank me back. Please, finish your grousing on the craft, not beneath it. Could be worse. I'll tweak it. Let us go again. Again. New tab. I haven't got my tab sorted out properly. I don't want to have to open my sidebar. Blue's sidebar is a private area. Oh, well. Doopy. I should have opened them all ready to go. I thought I had. I did not. Oh, well. Okay. So, let us hop on over here. Unless anyone's got some words for me, I will generate some. Where is the correct button to press? This one? Yes! Again, I pressed the correct button. Are you proud of me? Okay, we ready to generate? Are we ready to generate? Sorry, now I'm just hearing, like, you know, really loud music concert, like someone on stage screaming, "Are you ready to generate?" Yeah. Sorry. Okay, 3 words. Word type. All. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to adjust anything else. Let's just get some words. Go! Gear, talkative, implicit. Okay. Implicit's one of those words where I know what it means, but I can't think how to explain it or how to use it. I may have to look up the exact definition just to make sure I don't do anything silly. Okay. Yeah. Talkative, implicit. Where is the button? Where is the button? I'm just going to go over here and double check exactly what people say implicit means. I do not want the AI overview. Cambridge Dictionary, that one I'll do. Suggested, but not communicated directly. Felt by someone or influencing them without being aware of it. Do you remember me saying I preferred simple words? Implicit. Suggested but not communicated directly. I think I'll have to keep that open. implicit. Implicit in. Implicit in. No, I don't like you there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Okay. Gear. Talkative. Implicit. Well, gear. Gear immediately sort of puts my head in more of a sort of quest thing. Maybe it could be well, I love sort of shopping, preparing scenes. So maybe they're like getting ready to go on their quest, and they're at the shopping center, the questing shopping center. Talkative. We could be talking too much about the quest, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be getting around what's going on. Where to put implicit? So suggested but not actually communicated directly. Maybe it was the implicit. It was implicit in their directions to keep it on the down low sort of thing. And it's just trying to keep the partner quiet while at the checkout getting all their questing gear. Is that okay? What do you think? What do you think? Did I begin the other one with my as well? No, I began with I forgot that. I was just thinking I began the other one with my glasses, but I did not. I did not. Sorry, I'm drifting. Gotta stop drifting. You'll always find me in the drift. Would you be drift compatible with anyone? Blue thinks Blue might be drift compatible with one of her siblings, maybe. Why am I talking about drift compatibility? We're talking about buying gear for a quest and having a talkative companion who keeps almost giving the game away. I'm trying to squeeze. The first word is retorts, but I don't think it wants retorts, but... Warnings isn't quite right. Warnings is to... banal? It's not exciting enough, that'll do. Thinking the we can have the vaguely stereotypical bored checkout person or bored tired checkout person behind the register just swiping all of this ridiculous gear and, you know, barely communicating when partner is jabbering away happily. Register. What's the word? Would it be swipes or beeps? Beeps on autopilot? That'd be swipes, wouldn't it? Let's go with swipes. I prefer beeps, but let's go with swipes. I wanted to check something. Am I checking something? Sorry, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just had something small I wanted to check. I checked it! Okay, so my jaw creaks from the effort it takes to keep smiling and squeeze near silent warnings out of the side of my mouth. Side corner sounds cooler. Behind the register. The only word that comes to mind is blank, but I'm not sure it's the right word to use here. Blue is thinking, blue is thinking. Let's just go with blank. I'll bold that as well. Think about it. What's some gear? Some highly suspicious gear we can pop in them. Potions. What's the stereotypical food? Bread and cheese. Well, let's start with bread and cheese. Bread, cheese, potions. What's the MP restore in Final Fantasy? I can't remember. Is there an item to restore MP in Final Fantasy? I thought there was. Ether. Let's go with that. Potions, ethers, Phoenix down. So we're now officially on a Final Fantasy quest. Phoenix Downs. Bread, cheese, potions, ethers, Phoenix Downs. We need a very impressive weapon. Buster Sword. There we go. Gear. We need a name for companion. Companion. Cute name for companion. Cute name for companion. Well, in honor of Riku, let's just go Rick for now. We can always adjust it later. Let's just put Rick chattering up here, or at least the mention of it. Just won't shut up. Like POV getting more and more annoyed with Rick because, you know, you're going to give away that we're going on a quest as if the gear doesn't give it away completely. And any other character would sort of, you know, would say that, you know, everyone can tell that we're going on a quest. I suppose they wouldn't know the specific nature. Many people go on quests. Could just be going out monster killing. Gotta have Phoenix Downs when you go out monster killing in case the monster kills you first. Oh, I thought of a better word. Gormless. Without Gorm. Are you without Gorm? Blue is frequently without Gorm. My jaw creaks from the effort it takes to keep smiling and squeeze near silent warnings out the corner of my mouth, but Rick just won't shut up. Behind the register, the gormless attendant swipes our gear on autopilot. Bread, Jeez, potions. Get this Phoenix down. Buster Sword needs its own line. Okay, we're at 46 words. Still got plenty of space. Plenty of space. Plenty of room to breathe. We need Rick to say something up. Yeah, I think this should actually be right near the end. We need more stuff in the... I'm pointing at the screen. Sorry. This should be near the end. We got to fill stuff out near the beginning. Not can you believe it? Need to have this sort of wave both wild and surreptitious. Rain. Something gesture. That is not how you spell surreptitious. That is how you spell surreptitious. No details. They will do. Implicit. That was an implicit order, something like that. Well, that was an implicit instruction. I might change they to something slightly more impressive. We're at 96 words. I think we're almost there. Maybe won't do anymore. It might be funny to just finish on the Buster Sword. Nothing suspicious here. I really want to put nothing suspicious here, but I don't think it's gonna work. Sorry, that's straight from, goodness me, Stan Freeberg. I'm sure it's Stan Freeberg. Anyone heard of Little Blue Riding Hood? Part of my childhood is listening to Little Blue Riding Hood on record. And, you know, it sounds like a noir retelling. And at one point they're going through Little Blue Riding Hood's goodie basket and just pulling out deadly weapons. And at the end he goes, nothing suspicious here. Oh, goodness me. I've had some weird influences on my personality. I suppose everyone has. But, yep. Weird. As in really weird. I think I want to separate this out more. Is it funny enough to realize, you know, implicit instruction to keep mission on the down low, but yet it's clearly obvious that something's going on. Okay, we're still at 96 words, but I think when I go back to adjust, it'll be, you know, those 4 words will come very easy. Let's just read what we got. I think it's pretty funny. This one was a lot easier than the first one, wasn't it? I haven't actually used the word talkative. Okay, hold on, let's fix this. Okay. Does that work? That counts, right? It'll do for now. It'll do for now. Oh, excuse me. Must cough. Oh, I imagine them very nervous, worrying about the cashier, but the cashier not caring at all what they buy or do. Exactly. So it doesn't even matter. So I've got gormless. Just let me double check exact meaning for gormless. Maybe there's a better word here for the just, you know, not caring. So gormless is more sort of dull or lacking common sense. It's a good word, but not quite the one. Not quite the one we're after. We're after, uncaring. Indifferent. That's one, but I don't want to use the word indifferent. Let's find some nice synonyms. That is synonym, as opposed to cinnamon, which tastes very nice on a donut. I don't think synonyms would taste very nice on a donut unless they were actually a synonym for donut. Such, what are some synonyms for donut? Does donut have any synonyms, or is everything not a donut just not a donut? Donuts have no peers. They stand alone in the world of patisserie, on a pedestal. None can reach their superiority. None can reach their glory. What is going on? Why am I glorifying donuts? Who wouldn't glorify donuts? I am very tired. Apathetic. It's still not quite the right word. It's not quite the right word. It's not quite the right word. It's not quite the right word. Aloof is not the right word. Disinterested, unconcerned. None of them are quite right. I need the right word. Do you need the right word? Because blue does. Insouciant. It's a great word, but it's not the one I want. Not cold, unpassionate, listless. Blah, 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 blah. Tepid? Not tepid. It's having or showing a lack of interest or concern. Maybe even just disinterested. It feels a little basic, but I think that's the best word. Bored might just work, because bored would definitely get across that they just don't care what they're swiping. I think bored just works. How could I not think of bored? Thank you. Blue feels a bit embarrassed now. Oh dear. Okay. Yes. I keep saying it, but I'll say it again. I'll adjust it later. We're at 96 words, which is good length for first draft. My jaw creaks from the effort it takes. Yeah, that's using too many words. I think we could use... I think we can shorten that later and use more words elsewhere to make it more fun. My jaw creaks from the effort it takes to keep smiling and squeeze near silent warnings out the corner of my mouth. But Rick just won't shut up. And they chose us. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd be... I rein my wild, anti-talkative gesture into something more surreptitious. They didn't say to keep our mission on the down low, but anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together would realize that was an implicit instruction. Behind the register, the board attendant swipes our gear on autopilot. Bread, cheese, potions, ethers, Phoenix Downs, Buster Sword. At 104, I might wind up just cutting that, but I had to put that there, even if it doesn't stay in there. I had to put it there. Just feel, should we be drawing more attention to the fact that they don't care? Maybe he wouldn't notice. Yeah, I don't think the POV would notice that they don't care. Anyway, that's fun. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to open. There we go. Close. Sorry, I don't like opening my sidebar. As I said, it's private. Blue sidebar is private. Okay. Shall we go for number 3? Let us go for number 3. Huh? Where's the button? There's the button. Okay. Are you ready to hit random generate words? Well, I hope not, because there's no button that says that. The button says generate random words. What are you talking about? Okay, are you ready? Click! Oh my goodness. Okay. Curriculum, miracle, and display. Right. Thanks for that. Like, really, thanks. Did I spell that correctly? Did I spell curriculum correctly? Hold on. Curriculum. I did. Blue is the best speller ever. Except she cannot spell bureaucracy. I can spell lieutenant now, usually, after typing it 1,000,001 times. But cannot spell bureaucracy. Ever. Ever. Guardian angels taking courses on doing miracles. That could be fun. And people be putting on displays. Maybe we're at the orientation day. Guardian angel orientation day. That's fun. Excellent idea. I should drink water. Okay. Should we just start the beginning with that? Except someone shouting it over a loudspeaker. Something like that, but not quite. I do want to start just with it's Guardian Angel Orientation Day. I've already said angel there, so just either getting more specific, like becoming a seraphim, or maybe just go becoming divine. Not sure divine's the right word. Is there an adjective? Angelic, but I don't. Let's look up angelic synonym. Seraphic. That's the one I wanted. Seraphic. That's exactly the word I wanted. There, we gotta save our words. Gotta be sparing. POV at Guardian Angel Orientation Day alone. Maybe other people are in groups and she can hear them chatting about the types of miracles they want to specialize in. And there is a display. What kind of miracle display can be going on? Or it's a display and there's like a viewing sort of pool to see it. To see it. Oh dear. We can do it. We can do it. Sorry, I've got the scene. I just don't quite know what's going to happen yet. Wonder if the hearing should have something to do with it. Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic doesn't sound right. Has done nothing to soothe my sensitive hearing. Has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. Pool of water, showing off the mortal world like a bird's eye view. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe the... I just thought of a silly thing to finish on. You know, if she's watching the display at the end and it's just over her old hometown, it's like, oh, I can see my house from here. That's a little silly. Hi, Blue. Hi, Reaper. Look, we're riding Drabbles. We've actually almost have 2 workable Drabbles already. They're both slightly long and definitely far from finished, but I can work with them. So they'll probably take the place in the lineup of a few that I, have planned but haven't actually written yet. I hope you are well. I do. So now we're at Guardian Angel Orientation Day. Sorry, I don't think I'm going to get sick of saying that. You got to say it in the peppy upbeat. Is that a tautology? Is peppy and upbeat pretty much the same, exactly the same meaning? Yes, upbeat, enthusiastic, but deep. Moves on. Curriculum. So, we haven't actually used any of our words yet. But I know what curriculum means, but again, I just want to see it in front of me. Give me a sec, sorry. Core module study. Generally, curriculum is just what is taught, isn't it? So, hold on. I'm thinking and waving hands and waving my hand, and I really need a 3D model so you can see my hands moving around everywhere. The announcer booms on. There we go. I'm thinking I'm not just ing. It's Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. Through my palms, the announcer booms on, listing upcoming curriculum seminars and emergency exit locations. Jostles? Jostles. 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 No, I'm not trying to make jostles stop having meaning, I promise. Cluster of newly minted angels jostles past me. So how are we going? It's like seems to be a round pull in the cloud several stalls away. sure where or who I should be, I follow. That sort of summarizes their situation fairly well, doesn't it? They don't know what their place is in this world yet. Okay, we're at 71 words. Ugh. 71 words. Sorry. I was going on before about how much my feet hurt during the week. Now I'm about to say, my elbow hurts. Some days I just wake up and it's just everything. Everything hurts. Blue complains a lot, doesn't she? Okay, let's just read over this again. I know I haven't used Miracle yet, but we're about to. It's Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. Through my palms, the announcer booms on, listing upcoming curriculum seminars and emergency exit locations. Ooh, they're putting on a display? A cluster of newly minted angels jostles past me. The destination seems... Wait, let's just save our words. Their destination is a coin-round pool in the clouds several stalls away. Unsure where or who I should be, I follow. Oh, real. Oh yes, the waking up in pain. Ouch. Just when I poke a certain area of my elbow joint, it's just like, ah! Why would you do this? Honestly, I'm expecting my hands to go before anything else because of my years of being a typist and doing mostly typing in my free time. Through the throng. The miracle being worked sounds a little clunky, but words. I really want to put that. I'll probably change it. It seems a silly thing. How about miracle performer? Huh. Performed is definitely a better word, thank you. Through the throng I catch a glimpse of the miracle. We could just cut performed or worked all together and just say the miracle on earth. Of his miracle on earth. Huh, I can see my house from here. Sorry. We're at 98 words. I'd kind of like to put some sort of indication of what the miracle is. What miracle? What a guardian angel. My immediate thought is to stop someone from accidentally being hit by a truck. Prevent an isekai. Maybe it's a baby being born. Aw, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. But we don't always need miracles for babies to be born, unless, oh no, is this a miraculous child? Oh dear. Don't you think a miraculous child would be truly insufferable? Particularly because they would be the most lovely person ever, but still be totally insufferable. Of his... Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're at 99 words. So when Blue goes to edit, we'll fix that up easily. It's Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. I feel like there should be some sort of callback to the hearing. But I don't know. Is it just... I suppose it just doesn't seem relevant, except, you know, that becoming seraphic is important. Oh, a big disaster, like a war or a plague. Maybe. I was just thinking something on the smaller scale, because it's this person's hometown. This person's hometown could be absolutely anywhere, you're right, so... Just change it to anti-plague death miracle. Alright, makes sense. I kind of wanted to go with truck because of the isekai. Isekai implications. Implications implicit, and I couldn't figure out how to use the word implicit. Blue is not fast. Let's just stick with truck for now, just because it's... Well, Blue personally gets a little giggle out of it. Okay, let's just read through what we got. We're going to get to 4. Oh my goodness. We're doing so much better than the second one. Second Drabble stream. About the same as we did for the first Drabble stream. We got 4 out of that one. We didn't really get any out of the second one. Well, we got one that can be a Drabble. I just need to shave it down. Shave. That's what I need. I need a clothes shaver. Does anyone have one of those? Is that what it's called? A clothes shaver? What you use to go over your clothes and remove all of the pilling and the hairy bits? You know, car accidents are a common problem. They are. It's definitely one reason why I am highly averse. I am highly averse to learning how to drive. I don't want to do it. But given my feet have the habit of suddenly flaring up and rendering Blue almost unable to walk, I should probably know how to drive. It also rained that entire week. So, you know, limping along in the pouring rain. Yeah. But, you know, now that I'm streaming with all of you, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Okay, let's read this and then see if we can get one more done. And then Blue should try to get some sleep, because yeah, sleep and Blue's relationship is worse than ever. And it's only going to get worse given my 2 unrealistic goals, which I will repeat again at the end of the stream in case anyone missed them at the beginning. Okay, let's just read this. It's Guardian Angel Orientation Day. Or maybe it should be Welcome to, and that'll take us to 100. Let's go. There we go. 100. Even though it's going to go up and down as I'm editing. But we got to 100 for at least one of the Drabbles. We're on exactly 100. Welcome to Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. Through my palms, the announcer booms on, listing upcoming curriculum seminars and emergency exit locations. Ooh, they're putting on a display! A cluster of newly minted angels jostles past me. The destination is a coin-round pool in the cloud several stalls away. Unsure where or who I should be, I follow. An angel stands above the pool, arms raised. Through the throng, I catch a glimpse of his anti-truck death miracle on Earth. Oh, I can see my house from here. That's not too silly of an ending, is it? I mean, if you became a guardian angel after death, and you saw your house through a miracle pool, you'd kind of have that sort of reaction, wouldn't you? Early on, at least. I like it. I think this one's really sweet. Thank you, everyone. You helped with this one so much. That's cute. Thank you. I think it works. Oh no, I'm going to have to open up my sidebar again. Don't look. It's my sidebar. Short, simple, and whimsy. Indeed. I like it a lot. This one's making me grin. It's making me grin. Okay, can we do one more? One more. Oh, short, simple, and whimsy. Were you describing that drabble, or are you giving me 3 words for a new drabble? Because if you're giving me 3 words for a new drabble, let's go for it. Yeah. Shall we? Shall we, shall we? Oh dear, now I have to think again. But I've already thought 3 times. What more do you want from me? Oh dear. A good neck crack? Is that what you're after? Do you want to hear my neck crack? Oh dear. I've been watching a fair bit of feral trad wife. She's funny. Not a real trad wife, hence the feral. But oh, why did I mention her again? Oh yeah, she was talking about her editing and why she has to go through her editing because she sneezes a lot. She needs to edit out the sneezes because she says there's a whole lot of sneeze perverts watching her. Like, I wonder if there's any neck crack perverts out there. Well, unfortunately... Ah, no, my webcam! Can I save it? There it is. It fell down. It fell down. Oh no. Oh no, and I've been looking at the ring light for too long and all I see on my closed eyes are ring lights, and now I'm getting thoughts of the ring and Japanese horror and I do not enjoy this. I hope not. Yes, no neck crack perverts for me, please. Short, simple, whimsy. Oh no. Unhappiness. Unhappiness cries. Oh, he cries. He cries. Let's just see how he goes. He's recovered by himself each time so far, so let's see if we can... Oh dear, I'm not sure he's going to settle himself down this time. Short, simple, and whimsy. Short, simple, and whimsy. Short, simple, and whimsy. Why are the thinky thoughts doing nothing? But what is short, simple, and whimsical? Well, let's say like a gnome. Gnome. How about seeing a butterfly? Oh, I love butterflies. I used to sing a song about a butterfly. I thought I made it up, but then I watched a children's show and they sang a song about a butterfly that was almost the same as mine with almost the same tune. So I'm pretty sure they didn't steal it from me. I must have unconsciously heard it. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. Who's a little butterfly? Little yellow butterfly. Who's a little butterfly? Little yellow butterfly. And it's just because there's lots of little yellow butterflies around here. In case you could not tell. What about taking your butterfly for a walk? How do we take our butterfly for a walk? What could we use for a leash? A bit of spider silk. Yeah, let's take our butterfly for a walk. Strings. Yeah, but the spider's silk should adhere without needing to tie anything. Just need to give it a good yank for it to come off. What if you can get the spider's silk in something like a dental floss container? What's a good name for a pet butterfly? Pancakes. Little yellow butterfly. Cotton, maybe, but again, I don't like our chances of tying anything around a butterfly. So I think we just need something that'll stick. That's why I thought the spider's silk might work. Or do you mean cotton as a name for the butterfly? That could be cute. Huh. I'm just thinking cottontail, like from Peter Rabbit. I just thought pancakes because pancakes butterfly. You know, silly. Oh, cupcake? Well, that's something else butter is ubiquitous with. No, I meant as a name. Ah. Pop it down as cotton for now. I'm thinking cotton tail or cotton socks. Come here, cotton socks. Cotton wings. Don't need to put obediently. Glasses. Do you think there's a particular thing we can... I'm just thinking all sorts of random contraptions that you'd have to look after a butterfly. So the spider silk container, like some sort of extra magnifying glass on your glasses so you can better aim. I was about to say, I flick again. I flick. Like it's on the side of the glasses as like some sort of what I can think of as cog with some kind of contraption to turn, like a wheel to increase magnification. We'd want the lead stuck underneath, wouldn't we, so she can fly overhead. Oh, maybe you and the butterfly come across flowers and it flutters up to eat the nectar. So sweet. Definitely whimsical. But I'm up to 40 words now and I haven't used short, simple, or whimsy yet. Maybe it doesn't have to be generous. Let's just make it short. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It doesn't have to be that long. It's a little yellow butterfly. A little yellow butterfly going for a walk. Maybe once this sort of thing was very whimsical, but now every other person has a pet butterfly. Ever since they were domesticated. Or butterfly domestication became more widespread. ultimate whimsy. Not sure that's quite the word I want, but let's bold it. I'll think about it later. I feel like we could use simple in here somewhere. I wanted to put master, but it didn't seem quite right. Go with guardian. Talk about pet guardian, so if butterfly's a pet, guardian would work. Let's just read it. I flick open my spider's silk container and extract a short length. Come here, Cotton. Cotton flutters around my head, putting on a cheeky act before alighting on my fingertip. I increase my glass's magnification and stick the lead beneath her abdomen. Stick the lead beneath her abdomen. Once upon a time, taking a butterfly for a walk was the ultimate whimsy. Children would exclaim with delight, and grandparents would smile warmly and reminisce, sharing their first encounters with a butterfly and its guardian. I feel like there's too many words here. I will adjust that later. Simple. Where do we use simple? Like saying, you know, times aren't so simple, but it doesn't sound quite right. Simple. Hold on. I get away with using simpler instead of simple. You won't get me in trouble for that. Nah, I don't like it anyway. I don't like it anyway. I do like having the once upon a time in there because that's, you know, fairy tale like. Taking care of them is surprisingly simple. I was wondering something along those lines. I was wondering about it being a simple process to get a license to have a butterfly. But yeah, maybe there's sort of Maybe it didn't used to be simple to take care of them, but there's now processes in place that have made it much more simple. How do I phrase that? These days, butterfly domestication is so widespread. Well, that's 100 words exactly, but it's not quite finished yet. So let's finish it, and then, yeah, I'll cut as need be. Need some sort of reaction to the nothing special anymore. Writing only 100 words is tough. It is. It is. I don't mind going over for the first drafts or being slightly under because, you know, it can be worked with. Just as long as I'm not, you know, if I was 150 words, I'd be worried. But even up to 130, I reckon I'd be able to wrangle down, even if it meant cutting out some things that I liked, just to get it done. I've been feeling the nothing special anymore a lot lately. Just, you know, at least, you know, entertainment or food-wise or anything. Many places in the world now you can just get whatever you want whenever you want, and, you know, nothing is special. Sure, I'm such a wordy person, it feels challenging. It is challenging. Like, despite how long many of my novel writings turn out to be, I think I'm still a lot more concise than I used to be. I used to be a really, really flowery writer, and I don't like that anymore. It's just not how I work. You gotta... It's not get it done in as few words as possible, but get it done in the number of words necessary, and occasionally you can add, you know, a bit of decor. Not too much, nothing too ostentatious. Just something a little pretty, a little lacy, or occasionally lavish if need be. This doesn't feel like the last line. We need something else. I miss the delight. I think that works. Because the children delight, and, you know, no one's really delighted with the butterfly walking anymore because everyone's got them. Okay, that's at 116 words. I already know I'm going to have to cut this bit down a bit. I reckon I can get that down fairly easily. I won't do it now because Blue should probably go to sleep zone, as I mentioned. Let's read this. Again, I'm not sure about ultimate I'll find a better word. Maybe I should just look for a better word now. Ultimate synonym. Let's look at thesaurus.com. Hello, thesaurus.com. I don't mean, terminal. Not that kind of old. Best or greatest, that's right. Preeminent, transcendent, utmost, superlative, highest, paramount, something whimsy, supreme whimsy, towering, unequitable, unequalable, peak whimsy. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, that'll work. Was peak whimsy. It works. And it cuts me down a word. Okay, let's read through what we have. Bearing in mind that we know it is too long, I need to stop saying this. I'm sorry. Blue, stop trying to explain and excuse yourself. For goodness sake, I can't believe we've gotten through 4 Drabbles. I'm happy. Okay, I'll just read through this one again. I'll just read through this one again, and then I will briefly recount my 2 unrealistic plans, which I hope to enact. Okay, so short, simple, and whimsy. I flick open my spider silk container and extract a short length. Come here, Cotton. Cotton flutters around my head, putting on a cheeky act before alighting on my fingertip. I increase my glass's magnification and, with a practiced point, stick the lead beneath her abdomen. Once upon a time, taking a butterfly for a walk was peak whimsy. Children would exclaim with delight, and grandparents would smile and reminisce, sharing their first encounters with the butterfly and its guardian. Yep, this is definitely going to have to be shortened. It's too much. We'll fix it. These days, butterfly domestication is so widespread, and experts have diluted their extensive needs to a simple daily checklist. Again, that has to be shortened. And I think this needs to be rephrased. Same meaning, just rephrased. Not that I have anything against small butterflies, but nothing special anymore. I miss the delight. I like it. In fact, I think the only one I'm slightly unsure about is the first one. Should we just go through and read all of them so everyone's heard all of them? Okay, let's go to the first one, which is this one. Okay, speculate, glass, and craft. Problem, dear? Problem? You could say that. My glasses are coated with a layer of muck so thick, whether the sun has set yet, I can only speculate. Well, the pamphlets did say the homing particles in the sand are attracted to glass. I grunt again, my crooked finger squeaking away a fresh vision-obscuring coat as we step onto the pier. Come to Glasshouse Beach, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Fun my ass. Forget your ass, dear. Mind your step. My stomach drops as my foot flounders unseen over empty space. Hands hook me beneath my armpits and yank me back. Please, finish your grousing on the craft, not beneath it. Yeah, I think it needs work. I do very much like the forget your ass, dear. Mind your step. What did we have next? We had gear, talkative, and implicit. My jaw creaks from the effort it takes to keep smiling and squeeze near silent warnings out the corner of my mouth. But Rick just won't shut up. And they chose us. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever think I rein my wild anti-talkative gesture into something more surreptitious. They didn't say to keep our mission on the down low, but anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together would realize that was an implicit instruction. Behind the register, the board attendant swipes our gear on autopilot. Bread, cheese, potions, ethers, Phoenix Downs, Buster Sword. I muster a casual grin. Nothing suspicious here. I like that one a lot. I like it. Okay, we won't read the very last one again since we just did that one, but here we are. Third one. Curriculum, Miracle, and Display. Welcome to Guardian Angel Orientation Day. My hands clamp over my ears. Becoming seraphic has done nothing for my sensitive hearing. Through my palms, the announcer booms on, listing upcoming curriculum, seminars, and emergency exit locations. Ooh, they're putting on a display! A cluster of newly minted angels jostles past me. Their destination is a coin-round pool in the cloud several stalls away. Unsure where or who I should be, I follow. An angel stands above the pool, arms raised. Through the throng, I catch a glimpse of his anti-truck death miracle on Earth. Huh, I can see my house from here. Got anti-hyphenated words in at least 2 of these. Oh, perfect timing too, because I've been playing Final Fantasy VII lately. Wonderful, wonderful. I have not played it, but I should. I should. Oh, there's so many long JRPGs I want to play on stream, but I don't stream enough for it to be realistic. If I could stream more, I would play them. Who knows? In the future, maybe. In the future. But I want to play Persona 3, and I want to play Persona 5, and I want to play Final Fantasy X, and yes. Chocobo breeding stuff. I imagine it is. But, oh, I forget what the comic was from. But all I can think about when it comes to the chocobo breeding is this old comic. This old comic. Yeah, I love Final Fantasy X. That was, what is it? Our gateway drug was Final Fantasy X. But yes, the silly. It was in a web comic, I think, but I forget which web comic it was. Just an illustration of someone with the 2 chocobos together and them getting increasingly frustrated and just saying, "Have sex, damn it!" Oh dear. Okay, we read the Drabbles. Definitely should not try to write a 5th one, even though I kind of want to. But let us not give in to that temptation. I still can't believe we got one of them to be exactly 100 words. But yes, I shall pull them together soon. And let us jump on over here, and I will move and get bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. Do you prefer Blue being sort of smaller and seeing more of her, or really little Blue? Little Blue, right there. No. Or do you prefer Big Blue? Big Blue? Big, too big. Scary Blue. Now I look like I'm just peeping over the bottom. That's kind of funny. You should sleep, yeah. Yeah, I know. Let's be vaguely sensibly sized Blue. I prefer being a little closer. Yeah? I think shoulders up. Shoulders up is good. So yes. The 2 unrealistic plans. The first, they are related to each other, but the first one is I want to write 100 Drabbles. And then, once I have written 100 Drabbles and posted them on YouTube as video audiobooks, then I could release a book full of Drabbles. And call it 100. It works. But yes, I also want to get as many Drabbles written in a short time as I can, because I want to try to write a novel by the end of September. I won't explain the reasons until after I either succeed or fail, but I need to try to do this. I don't think it's very realistic, but I still want to try. But I don't want to fall behind with YouTube either. So what I'm trying to do during this week, and probably the next week as well, is to get as many videos together as possible and have them just posted and ready to go. Lined up, ready to go. So I don't have to think about, putting together videos until, I'd like to say, end of October, because then that way I have October to get a few more done ready. But that's a lot of videos. And even though I've got the next 3 weeks lined up already, And again, yes, it doesn't help that yesterday when I was trying to record a whole bunch of short stories that my computer kept freezing. Not helpful. But I've got a whole bunch of short stories ready to go. I've recorded all the Drabbles that I've currently got finished, and I've got their scripts ready to record. I just need to write a few more short story scripts, and I think I'll have all the material that I need to record ready to go. And just get all that recording. It's the editing that's the problem. Editing takes me so long. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to heavily restrict my cutaways, which is sad because I love doing cutaways, but yeah, I was planning on significantly decreasing my chatting after the stories, and I am decreasing it. There's still going to be chatting, but I'm trying to restrain myself a bit. Restraint. Blue is exercising it. Watch and marvel. Are you watching and marveling? Anyway, it is 13 minutes past 1 in the morning, which is earlier than I usually finish streaming, so that's an achievement. But yes, I had lots of fun, and it was really, really productive, so thank you so much. Next week will either, well, given how productive it's being, I'm keen to do it next week as well, because that'll give me almost all the Drabbles I need to hit 30. Yeah? And if I hit 30, I'll be set for Drabbles until the end of the year. Assuming I can keep up with short stories. If I can't, I'll have to pump out a few more Drabbles. Despite the challenge of trying to write something that's just 100 words, it's still generally a bit easier. Not sure easy is the right word. It frequently takes less time, but that doesn't always mean easier, does it? Because if you don't have a limit, you want to go further often. It'll probably be easier for me to pump out more Drabbles than short stories if I'm getting a bit behind. So let's go. Yes, let's go. So maybe more Drabbles next week. Maybe more Drabbles. Maybe we should just have a few weeks of Drabble writing and see how many we can do. I'm just so happy how well today went, given how not well most other things have gone the last few days. It's just lovely. It's just lovely. Okay. Thank you so much again for writing with me and for helping me to write. I don't think I would have gotten any of those ones done without all of your help, so thank you so much. I am most appreciative to you. Most appreciative of you. Of you, to you. I think it's of you. Of you. Of you. And also, again, I am now on VTuber. If you wish to have a look at my profile on VTuber, there is a link in the description, just beneath the link to Discord. If you're not on our Discord, we would love to see you there. We just have little chats now and then. And I'm sure if more lovely people came, we could do more lovely chatting. Not that Blue does a huge amount of chatting, except to sort of spruik her streams when she's about to stream or when she's doing a video, because Blue is not very good at communicating in a social manner. But anyway, we have a good time. And you are also welcome. So, yes, VTuber, Discord, Drabbles, sleep. Thank you for streaming with me. Please look forward to another Drabble video coming up this week. What one is this week? Oh, I think it's the very last one from our first Drabble stream. The one with attacking the city. Bartolomeo. Does anyone remember Bartolomeo? That's coming up this week, I think. Yay! Fairy claps. Fairy claps for destruction of a city. Let's raise a city. That's R-A-Z-E, not R-A-I-S-E. How do you raise a city? R-A-I-S-E. I suppose that could be an interesting story, like raising a city from infancy. So I like to imagine about things like cities having souls. How do we raise a city? That's a sweet idea. Maybe that should be a story. I'm tangenting. Let's finish and sleep. I think I've already brushed my teeth, and I had dessert just before streaming. I'm insistent on breaking my own streaming rules. My streaming rules are very few. They include warming up your voice. I never do it. Not eating dairy. I always do it. Not drinking fizzy drinks. I usually do it. Blue should really listen to what she says. Except as well, I did warn all of you during the stream to never actually listen to Blue, because Blue does not give good advice. In this sense, Blue is trying to give herself good advice, but Blue is refusing to listen. Let's say goodbye and sing. Bye. No. I have a thing. Wherever you are in the world, good night to you, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that is what you deserve. You deserve it, and you have to deal with it. Of all the money that here I had, I have spent it in good company. Oh, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. Why am I blinking so much? I'm not blinking. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night. I forgot to turn off the background music while I was singing. Big finish. And joy be to you all. Did you see how professionally Blue handled that? Blue is a professional. No, she's not. Blue pretends to be a professional. Until next time, bye-bye, bye-bye. Have a lovely sleep and all day. Bye-bye.